once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast. Riffin with Griffin, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Yeah. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. I've had quite a morning. Man, I've had quite a couple of weeks. That's why I missed the last week. I don't know. We might be coming to the end of Riffin with Griffin. But anyways, thanks for people being here now. This week's episode, got to get into the Diddy drama, NBA playoffs, and some movie reviews, news and notes, comments, and more. But once again, your boy's back. And welcome to Yeah. Yeah, the voice isn't milky today, so I'm not even gonna try to do it. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Oh, see, I didn't even do this right. I didn't even have it on the right screen. It's supposed to be right here at first. But excuse me, whatever. Welcome back. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm going live. Follow me on Twitch, man, because Twitch is where I am most days. And then I do my weekly. I couldn't do my podcast last week. I couldn't do my Monday nuance this week. It's just a lot going on right now. I'm so busy. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. And then you can still join the Patreon to help. You know, I am been pretty consistent with the extra content on the Patreon. So even if I miss a week, you still gonna get something. I'm still out here in these streets doing it. So thanks for being here, Riffin with Griffin. Every freaking week I think in the however many years I've been doing this, I think I've missed like 4 weeks, and most of them are happening have been recently just because of the busyness that I've been doing, just so much stuff going on. But, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. The Small But Mighty podcast, it's kind of winding down, man. When you get less views, you got to figure out like, hey, what do I do? It's just like, I'm not going to get more guests. That's just not what I'm going to do. It's not, it's like it's so difficult. You guys don't even understand how it is. So difficult to get guests. I might have to start like a different podcast with some other people or something like that. But, it's still got the golden hour, and even that's a lot to go do. So I have been enjoying Riffin with Griffin, but, I guess I'm making the announcement. I'm winding down on doing Riffin with Griffin. I might have to change it, come up with something else, something new, something fresh. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But, I'll probably, my 300th episode will probably be my last episode of this version of the podcast. Had a good run, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, we're winding down, but it, like I say, it is what it is. Oh man, it's like, why is it doing that? I'm not even gonna worry about it. It's like, there's always something with this, man. Like that, this is what I'm saying. When you're doing it by yourself and you're trying to figure out all the little like things that go on, like the key threshold and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know why it does what it does. It just don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? I can't even figure. It's not even changing the thing. Oh, there we go. So I don't even know why it does that. Like that, it's making like that little glittering thing. It's like you would think that it would just be so easy to like, figure out, but it's just not, man. All this stuff can be so complicated. Why is it so complicated? But anyways, thanks for everybody that have been listening to the podcast. So anyways, yeah, last week I've been busy, man. So let's just go into what's been going on with me. Let's see. So, once again, I'm directing another Matt Rife special, and shout out to Matt Rife because he had the most watched special by hours in 2024. With however they did the calendar year where they figured it out, he had the most. Deadline article came out. It was like he had the most, And so I directed the most watched special, right? So now I just directed another special of his. He's doing this great crowd work special. We did it in Charlotte. And it just was, we had to do 6 shows. It was like just to capture everything we wanted to capture, make sure we got it right, get to figure out which was the best show. It was a lot, so it took like 6 days and it was like a lot of preparation. So like we went out to Phoenix. I went out to Phoenix to be with him and we're doing shows. And then he like broke a record at this theater in Phoenix. It seats like over 5,000 people and he sold out 7 shows, 35,000 people. They gave him this like plaque. Because it was like the most, no artist has ever sold this many tickets at this particular place. So that was crazy. But this was the schedule, man. I'm gonna tell you guys my schedule and what was going on, like how crazy this is. Okay, so I get to Phoenix with Matt Rife. Okay, it was like two weeks ago. All right, actually it was like 2 weeks ago yesterday. I think it was right. So I get to Phoenix. We do one show in Phoenix. The next day, we drive to Tucson, do 2 shows in Tucson, drive back to Phoenix that night, do 3 nights in Phoenix, 2 shows a night. Then we fly to Charlotte, okay? When we get to Charlotte, we got like an hour or so to relax, and then we drive to Greensboro to do 2 practice shows, and then that's 2 hours, and then we drive back to Charlotte 2 hours, to chill. Next day, I got I got a midday call time because, we got to go set up, you know what I mean? Check the cameras, make sure we're getting everything that we want. And then we shoot 2 shows a night for 3 nights. The last night I get home. I get back to the hotel. It's like midnight, little past. I can't sleep. I gotta be up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm flying to Vegas. Now, this is why I'm flying to Vegas. I'm flying to Vegas because I got a part in this Vince Vaughn Al Pacino movie. It's a small part with Simon Rex. He's in it. He's one of the stars, too. A lot of people are in this movie. I think Shane Gillis is in the movie. So I play a pawn shop owner, right? You'll see. It's a small part, but whatever. It's great. But here's the thing. I'm supposed to fly to Vegas on the 24th. I'm thinking I could chill. I got the whole day to chill. And then the next day, I'm going to shoot this scene. It's the last day of the movie. I get a call. I get to the hotel. No sleep. I didn't even have a direct flight. I get there. And then I get to my hotel. We're staying at the Wynn, right? So I'm at the Wynn. I'm chilling. And then I get a call right away. As soon as I chill. I haven't even opened my bag. I haven't brushed my teeth. I haven't sat down. They're like, Erik, they go, you got to get downstairs to the lobby. They're picking you up in 5 minutes. One of our actors got sick, and we have to flip the days. We're doing your scene today. I'm on no sleep. Haven't opened my bag. I barely know the lines, because I've been busy doing other things. So now I'm like, oh, man. I pulled a script up on my phone, and I'm just looking at it just the whole time. Get in the car. They take me to this other hotel that's like kind of base camp for the movie. And I'm still learning the lines. I haven't even got a fitting. So they're fitting me with the clothes they want me to wear. These weird boots didn't fit well. The pants didn't fit well. So they're going to go work on that stuff. They get me some breakfast. I'm in this. I have like a hotel room at this other place. And I'm just kind of like learning the lines. They bring me the script. And I'm kind of learning the lines. And I'm dozing off. I fall asleep. Because I'm tired as hell. They come knocking on the door. The makeup wants to see you. So then, if you're wondering why my thing's growing back now, but then I get there and they're like, well, the director wants you to shave. And I'm like, what? So I'm kind of pushing back. I'm like, I don't really want to shave my beard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it, So I'm like, hey, and then so the makeup lady goes, okay, I'm going to go talk to them and see what they say. You can keep your mustache. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm over that look, right? So she comes back, no, you got to shave your beard. So I had to shave my beard. I trimmed down my mustache. So I had this like baby face look again, Which I don't mind to look actually, as I keep losing weight. And boy, I still tried I worked out as much as I could while I was out of town, but it was hard, I could see it in my face that but the weight has still kept down because, I was almost 325 pounds. Some shit. I know that sounds crazy, but I got down to like 305, so I weighed myself yesterday. I was like, oh God, so I'm 307. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't put up back all the weight, because I think the working out and the weightlifting and stuff really does help. So I'm still doing it. Like I'm going to a workout today back with my trainer. But anyways, so I have to shave the beard and then I'm just waiting, and then we have to walk like across the street to this like pawn shop that they're using as the set. And we just go. Director is super intense. This guy, Nick, I forgot his last name, but he's an intense dude. Let me see what you got. You know what I mean? He's sitting there reading it with me because they're scrambling because they had to change, they had to flip, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy what they had to do to get themselves together because one of these actors got sick, right? So anyways, and then I do it. You know what I mean? Then I'm in a haze. I keep going over the lines as in between scenes, all these takes. It's like this. The DP was the DP of Lord of the Rings. Like it's a big time movie. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I get that done. I finally get it done. I get back to the hotel and I just knock out, man. I knock out. So then I changed my flight because I was supposed to come home like the Sunday. So I changed my flight to come home the next day. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been working on. So there was just no room for me to like do a podcast and do all this stuff because things are just happening, man. So it's just like, I couldn't even do the golden hour, that's why I was like, hey, and then we couldn't do like double up episodes to like, that kind of thing. So it's just, I'm just becoming really busy. I'm really I enjoy the directing, like I might have to join the directors union and all that. So because, so I'm really, I love all this other stuff that I'm doing. So it's like, like I say, Riffin with Griffin's been great. I've had a good run. It's fun, but I'm no fool. It's like, I'm not getting the viewership to make this worth the effort that I put into it. People may think that I don't put any effort, but this is a lot to do this, especially all by myself. I get everything ready and I'm doing all this stuff. I'm learning all these things. I might do something. I think I want to change it. You know what I mean? Like maybe a strictly reviews or strictly sports or something like that. Remote interviews. I have to figure out what I want to do. You got some ideas, you guys let me know. But anyway, that's been my crazy schedule that's been going on with me. Oh, and what's going on with the baby? Oh my God, the baby's great. Oh God, this baby, the baby, having such a good time with the babies, getting big. He's smiling all the time. Oh, I got some great videos on Instagram of I put this one video up of him. Let me find it. Let me go to it. It's like you see these little milestones. That's another thing too, man. I just want to spend more time with my kid. I mean, as I got to go out of town and stuff like that, I just want to be with this kid. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this little bugger. Huh? Look at him. He just loves to smile and he's grabbing things now, like all that stuff. It's all these little great moments that are happening are just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Isn't that great? Well, people that can't see, if you're just listening right now, my kid's laughing. And the people that have parents, they just laugh and laugh. It's crazy when you see all these stories about, things that happen with kids, man. Man, it's tough to see. Like there was some I just saw a story about some kind of daycare or something for babies, a baby daycare, and then they're suing the place because the kid tested positive for cocaine. I mean, are you kidding me, man? Can you even imagine you leave your kid at some daycare and you come home? You take him home and something's up with him, and you take him to the doctor, and you find and then you come to find out that the kid got cocaine in his system. I mean, that's killer motherfucker shit right there, right? Oh my God. I don't even know what even to say about that, man. I just, you guys understand. It's unbelievable, dude. Anyways, I usually just go to the comments. There's not a lot of comments because I do have a lot to get into today. You get my thoughts on the world. Some of you guys like my thoughts on the world, or, some of you guys might be like, I don't care what this guy has to say. Wait, you know what? Let me check something because I just fixed this and I realized I might have made a mistake. Let me look at this here. Let me look at this video again. Instagram. Oh, there you go. Boom. Oh, look at that adorable kid. Anyways, let me go to some of the comments. Listen, guys, everybody always asks about this. They're always like, can we get another Lee Brothers episode? I don't know. I might make that my final episode. I'll have to reach out to Bobby and Steve and be like, hey, can we do one last episode? My final episode of Riffin with Griffin be with the Bobby and Steve. So I'll work on that because people watch that episode more than they watch my new episodes still to this day. And that's like some of the comments, so it's just like 3 days ago. Somebody's like, thank you guys on that episode. Somebody said more Marvel reviews. That's what remember when Rachel did that weird Marvel review? Because I said, I want you to watch this movie, then I want you to review it. And it's just so funny to hear like her perspective. It's like, what? Yeah, man. Somebody said Angel Valaquez, or however you say his name. Can we get another one of these episodes? Again, that Lee Brothers episode. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Well, there wasn't really a lot of comments this week. So, that's all the comments. I got too much to talk about to worry about the comments. So, anyways, you know what? There was this one. When I go, I do want to go into the Instagram stories, and I will. There's some like great Instagram stories that I want to talk to you guys about. You know how I always do that too. So we'll go into that as well. But wait, I want to find this one video. I got to find this one video. I mean, this video is so freaking hilarious. This girl talking about, she doesn't want. She's like, men. Here it is right here. Let me open it. She's just like, it just makes no sense sometimes, man. It really just makes no sense. Some of the things that, you have to deal with women on the internet. It's like, you don't want to be mean. You don't want to be whatever, but just some of the things that go on, man, the things that they say, like, wait, what is this? I just copied and pasted, man. I don't understand this. Copy. Let me do this. Hold up, guys. I'm so sorry. Here it is. Okay, so let's listen to this because this is hilarious to me. Where is it? Instagram videos. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, why is it?
Wait, do you want to?
Why does it look like this? Wait, let me put it in this. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Oops, sorry guys. Saved. I don't know why it's doing this. Where is it? Riffin with Griffin. Yeah.
And he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what? And like, I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I wasn't gonna sleep with him. Now I feel ugly. And he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like,
what? I mean, this is like, the internet is a magical place, man. Because outside of the internet, if someone's telling you this story, right? You have a friend that's a female friend, and she tells you this, and you might go, what do you might even go, oh, I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, okay. You know, you wanted to play a little game. You know, you wanted the guy to be like, try. So you could be like, no, make me feel beautiful. But so I can still say no, right? But because of how the internet is, and like, you know, it's like man bashing to you know what I mean? Men are terrible. You know what I mean? According to the internet, men are terrible, the scourge of society, right? And, you know, then you hear this and you go, well, like how, you know, it's so confusing. You're like, well, how are we supposed to act? What are you supposed to do? So this guy sounds respectful. The girl's like, I'm not going to sleep with you, but I'll come over. Now, normally, like, you know, the guy mentality would be like, oh, she coming over because she wanted. She just saying, you know, like the whole mentality of like, say 25 years ago was like, no means yes. Yes means no. You know, that used to be cute. That used to be like where we understood what it meant. Well, that's turned into like no means no, you know, because of how the abuse cases that are brought to the internet, you know, to our attention. I would say that I think common sense for most of us, we would know what that meant. But on the internet, everything has to be absolute. Like there's no nuance. There's no nuance to it at all, right? So like if you're just having a conversation with your friends, or if any of us were just in a room and we're talking and we would see this video and we would go, oh, I know what the girl meant. You know, she just want, you know, we would say, all right, I get it. You know, the guy should have tried, you know, but no, the way the internet is now, like, you know, this girl looks freaking crazy. What are you talking about? And then the other thing too was like, is she trolling? Like, does she really mean this? Or is this like one of these kind of like, these kind of anti-women where I'm going to make women look dumb and make a video where we look stupid so everybody will like give me attention. So you have to worry about that now too. Like, is this even real? You know what I mean? Does she really feel this way? And then at the same time, you go, the nuance of it is, yeah, like the nuance of it is I understand what she means. Okay? Because I have a wife who's crazy, who like says one thing. Let me just to give you a little Rachel example right now. Yesterday, we went to get some food. We had the baby with us, and we went to one of these places where you have to go order, and then you come back down, you get a number, and they bring the food to the table. I go make the order. She's sitting there. I come back to the table. She sees me walking to the table, right? I sit down at the table. I get comfortable, and she goes, oh, can you get me some water? And I'm like, you wait till I get comfortable? She says, well, I didn't know you were going to sit down and get comfortable. What was I going to do? Was I going to do jumping jacks? Of course I was going to sit down at the table and get comfortable. But I know what she meant. I know what she meant. You know what I mean? The subtext was, you know what? I saw you pass the water and I wanted some water and I should have said something while you were at the water. But then when you sat down, it was too late. So I decided just to, I still want the water. So I asked you to get some water. You know, and I don't want to say, my bad, I should have asked you for the water. I'd rather just say, well, I didn't know, you know what I mean? It's just, so like, I get, you know, female language speak in this situation. So with this lady, I get what she meant. I don't want to sleep with this guy, but yes, I want him to try so I can feel like I'm sexy. Now, the guy might have been like, well, we live in a time where you can't even look at a chick. You could get accused of something that you didn't do. And the thing too is like, especially in this situation, you don't want some chick coming over to your place, right? You don't even do anything, or you kiss her or whatever, and it turns into like where you're getting accused of something. So, and by the way, I'm sure this happens way less than the internet makes it out to be. But I understand it if you're a young man, like, you know, and you're like, well, I don't want to get in trouble or whatever, or you've been taught be respectful. You know, maybe it's like, oh, be respectful, and you know, that's what this guy was trying to do, and then and then she puts out a video like this. This shit's crazy. Well, I don't believe any videos that much anymore anyway. Like, especially any video where, like, it's a girl getting in the car on a date. She's filming the guy, and she's, like, trying to talk smack about this guy, how he's acting. First of all, if I was single and I'm going on a date, and a chick got a phone out and she's recording me when she's getting in my car, bitch, get out. Go home. Go home. You know what I mean? So that's fake. Nobody would put up with that. I saw this video. The guy was like, the girl was like, open the door for me. And he just pushed the door open and she's filming. No, get out of the car. I don't believe those videos. Because who would put up with somebody filming that? So that's why the internet has become a completely unreliable source of information and entertainment. Because those, like, remember Charlie Bit Me and Leroy Jenkins, those kind of videos, those felt like genuine, these are moments that happened videos. And now it's like you can't trust nothing. So it's like, you know, they've messed the whole thing up. And even when you do make like a cute video, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? Because I got, you know why I even say that? Because the other day, Rachel and I came home and we got this cute video, you know? So I was like, oh, I want to like, so I walked in the door and I farted. And Rachel got mad. And I was like, bask in my fart, woman. And then we had these little pool noodles that we cut up to like, you know, for like baby proofing. And she's like, you know, let's hit each other. So we had this little cute interaction where like we're hitting each other with the things, and, you know, and I was like, oh, this is probably cute. Let me go look at the Google cam, you know. But I think those kind of videos are few and far between now, because I think everybody's just trying to go viral. They're not even just sharing fun moments with the family or here's some stuff that happened. I think everybody's trying to go viral, you know, and they're just going like, this will make it viral. Like, have you seen that video of the guy in the hammock in the bus? No way that's real. You know what I mean? It's like unbelievable, dude. Unfreaking believable. All right, let's get into the episode. I'm already 30 minutes in and I got so much to talk about. This might be a long episode, so buckle up, people, if you're into it. So since I've been away, so it's been 2 weeks since I've done Riffin with Griffin. A lot has happened from the stuff that I talk about. And one of the big things that's been going on is this puffy stuff, this Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Combs, we'll call him now. He don't deserve a nickname anymore, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I know you know about this video that came out. You know, so it was a video where he was staying at the Intercontinental Hotel with his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who actually sued him, and she got settled out of court with him. And now we know why. So we see this video where he is just a monster, okay? And this video's been out for 8 years, and it's reported that the video, he paid the hotel to, you know, well, why is there a video? Like, he paid the hotel. Did he keep? Here's the thing that I don't know. Did he keep the video and it was at his place? And during that raid, they got this video. Who knows? Because this hotel closed down like some months ago. Or like, did the hotel close down months ago? And then the security officers of the hotel were like, oh yeah, remember that time Diddy beat up his girlfriend? We still got that video. And then they sold it to CNN, right? Like, I don't know how CNN got it, okay? And when they got it. Because the timeline's funky for me. The timeline's funky in the sense of, like, I think Cassie missed out on really getting paid, right? And maybe she did, because now we know he really did these things, right? So, you know, it's like, and then it sucks that, like, the law should change in terms of like statute of limitations, because it's like, I get that, like, if you're accusing somebody of something and it's just your word against their word, how long can this case go where it's your word against mine? They didn't have videos back then when they made these laws. So then you go, okay, so you have this amount of time to prove, and if you haven't, we're moving on with our lives. You can't keep doing this. But like, it should change if it's like, well, hey, I know I said this was 10 years ago, but this is proof he did it. I think that the law should be updated for that, for technology. We're like, I feel like the government is moving so slow, and it should catch up to what's happening in the technology. Like, there's video of him beating her ass, right? that's assault, and the statute of limitations shouldn't even matter. Okay, whatever. So after she does her lawsuit, or all the lawsuits start coming in, it just feels like, whoa, this is a lot, right? And so now, then there's this federal investigation that they say, because they raided his house. So I'm saying the timeline is what's funky for me, is that, she comes out with her lawsuit, they play chicken, as they said on TMZ, and then he goes, all right, it pays her. She's probably saying, like, you did this. And let's say he had the video in his possession. Was he holding it over her head? Well, I guess she would have come out with that at this point. She could have, but now she probably can't because she signed an NDA. But like, where'd this video come from? And she had to have known there's a video, because when they were at the hotel and he beat her ass, I'm sure he was like, hold on. And he was probably talking about it. He's probably getting on the phone with his people like, yo, get somebody over here. I need to go, there's video footage, whatever, right? So I'm sure she was aware that there was a video. And people go like, why don't victims say anything and that kind of stuff? Well, here's like a clear-cut example of why, if you're a victim, you're scared or you don't know any better. So here's this rich, powerful dude. He beats your ass in the hallway. You know it's on video. He makes it go away. I mean, what you gonna do? He's not letting you leave. And then, like, your lifestyle's a certain way now. Like, what you gonna do? Let's say you don't got a job. You living at his house. You don't got money of your own. What, you just gonna get up and go where? It's like this. It's so nuanced, like I like to say, right? So then he, and then now she's on her own. She has then they come out with this law in California and New York that you can like retroactively sue for civil things that, there was no criminal for, no, you couldn't get a criminal trial because of statutes and all that kind of stuff, but you could sue for, damages. So boom, she does that. Boom. But now it's coming out the woodworks for this guy. So today, and here's another thing I've been wondering, why haven't they arrested him? They raided his house. What did they get? Did they find this tape and they released it to embarrass him? And then by the way, that tape going out is enough for everybody who's had any interaction with him like this to be like, well, I'm suing. And if they go, well, he's not capable of this, you could be like, well, didn't you see the Cassie video? So yeah, he is capable of this. So now there's more lawsuits and people are coming out the woodworks on the guy. So the feds have now interviewed, according to CNN, the feds have interviewed more of these accusers of him. And now they have enough evidence to go in front of a grand jury to see if they can actually go arrest him and take him to trial. So who knows? But, and right now they go, its evidence includes video from Combs' residence. So I don't even know if this is, like I say, was he keeping trophies of videos? So who knows what's going to come of this right now? But at this point right now, man, from where we started to where we are now, all that is coming out about the guy, I don't know if all of it's true, but that one video is enough to be like, hey, something's got to happen with this guy. Like the way they didn't get OJ in the original trial, but they somehow they got him later on something else and he went to jail. This is what's going to probably have to happen with this guy. I mean, it's terrible, and I thought it was real grimy business, man. Real grimy business about the videotape. And I was concerned about the hotel. Like, well, man, that hotel, they got it, but that hotel went out of business like a year ago. So that hotel already went out of business. So they can't even be held accountable for like what went on. But they probably should, Like if a crime is committed on your property and you have videotape of it and you, like that feels like that should be some sort of federal offense or something like that. Like there's a law in Florida that if you're witnessing a crime and you don't do anything, I don't know what that law is like, because I think there was that incident on the beach, some like a big ass mob of people, and a girl's being raped on the beach, and the people are filming. It's like, what? So I think they made some kind of law in Florida that if you're doing that kind of stuff, you could be charged with a crime as well. So I feel like this is the kind of thing too. Like you're in a public area of a hotel and you're in a towel kicking a chick and abusing someone, right? Someone should be held accountable. You know, it's crazy. So who knows what's really going on here? And who knows why, like, because I just don't get why he hasn't been arrested. Like, how do you raid a guy's place like that? Because you have to have some sort of evidence to even do that in the first place, some sort of case pending, something going on, and this is going to be the cherry. So maybe they're just putting their ducks in a row, and we'll see what happens. So who knows, man? We'll see what's going on with that. But in the meantime, and then here's the thing too, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know, like this is like when you look at everything that's going on with all of these cases. So like CNN has run down all the cases. So the first case was Ventura versus Combs. You know, she got her money. Okay. Now there's other ones. Dickerson Neal versus Combs. I don't know who this is. Joey Dickerson Neal filed a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court on November 23rd. Allegations, drugging, and sexual assault. This is like a common thing. And then another one, Gardner versus Combs. Allegations. Gardner accused Combs and Aaron Hall of battery, sexual assault in 1990. Jane Doe versus Combs. Doe accused third person of sex trafficking and gang rape in 2003. More sexual assault. Little Rod versus Combs. I don't even know who this guy is. The lawsuit, racketeering, sexual assault, sex trafficking. 2022, 2023, as Jones worked at Diddy, most recent album, Love Jones, whatever. You know, Combs did not compensate him for his music producing work. So, I mean, that's just a lot, right? Like, that's like, and the guy ain't paying his workers. Another one, Marquet versus Christian and Sean Combs, whoever that is, allegation, accused Christian Combs, his son, is accused of sexual assault in the lawsuit. His father accused of premises liability. So, yeah. So, like, he's providing a sexual assault place. He's McKinney versus Combs, another one. McKinney, drugged and sexually assaulted. Lampros versus Combs, accused of 4 instances of sexual assault. Well, goddamn, dude. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? Yeah, man. So this is, you know, who knows what's going to happen with this, man? You know what I mean? Who knows? All right, let's move on. Got more to talk about. So NBA, man. I haven't been talking about the NBA, you know, in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So much has happened in 2 weeks. So you have Minnesota. Minnesota went and swept. Not swept. What did they do? They swept the Suns. Great. They go in to play. You think they're going to sweep Denver. Denver comes back. I honestly thought Denver was going to win that series. Minnesota closed out, finished the deal. Then they come up against Dallas. And Dallas, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic put it on Minnesota. They go up 3-0. Now they just lost last night, so it's 3-1. I don't see Minnesota coming back. If they do, that'll be a great story. It will be a great story if Minnesota can come back, right? What a story and what a collapse for Dallas, okay? But right now, what I like about this is, like, who is the best player in the league? You know? Who's the best player? And it's all these young guys that have moved forward. Like Ant-Man, dude. That dude's great, man. That dude is, like, phenomenal. The dunks, the defense, the play. He looks tired. He needs another bona fide star because Cat ain't it, okay? Dude's shooting 4 for something from 3. 7-foot center, you know, playing like he's a guard. Get your big dumb ass inside the paint, man. And so last game, that guy had a good game. He went to the basket. He scored his first 7 baskets were layups. You know what I mean? I think he heard the message, but it's probably too late. But who knows if they can come back? You know, it's crazy. But one thing I will say, man, about this, and then also Boston. You got Boston. Dallas versus Boston is just so many stories, so phenomenal. Boston getting back to the championship again. Like, it's time for them to win. Jason Tatum and what's his name? What's his name? Brown. He was just named the Eastern Conference MVP. Like, that's a great 2-on-2 matchup. Those two versus the two stars, and the stories of it are great too. They all kind of the three young guys are kind of drafted around the same time. So we'll see, man. But Luka looks like he's a beast. You know, that guy's a beast, and another foreign player that is like taking his team to the championship. I don't know what these American-born basketball players are doing, but get your shit together, right? And you know what, guys? The redemption tour for Kyrie Irving. All that has happened to Kyrie Irving since leaving Cleveland. Like the reason why he left Cleveland. There are reports that he was having trouble in Cleveland, his personality conflicts, and then he wanted to leave LeBron James and all that nonsense. You know, like what's happening now is what LeBron was trying to tell him before, right? But anyways, he goes to Boston. He causes havoc there. He goes to the Nets, havoc there, and then he finally ends up in Dallas, and it looks like he got it together. You don't hear any off-court stuff. All you hear about is his leadership and being a great teammate. And who would have thought that partnership would work? But it's working great because I think if they go to the finals, they have just as good a chance to win the championship. Like I don't see how it wouldn't be even money. Dallas versus Celtics, I think that's even money, and it's because of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. You know, so and I think that Kyrie Irving is owed. See, I wouldn't say he's owed an apology as much as like he's owed some kudos. Like, good for you for changing the narrative, and like good for you for like being mature. Like all that stuff, you know, that he went through. You know what I mean? By the way, it turns out he probably, you know, in terms of not wanting to get vaccinated, you know, Kyrie's looking okay now. You know what I'm saying? Him and Aaron Rodgers. Turns out they're looking all right. So we'll see what happens, what goes on with that, you know. They need to have some kind of investigations on misinformation. You know, we need to get that straightened out. There's so much misinformation, you know, with everything, man. Even what's going – you know why I don't talk about the conflict in the Middle East a lot? I don't want to talk about Israel and Palestine because I don't know enough. I don't know enough, and I don't like the side. I don't like sides. Because I don't think there should be that situation is way too nuanced. There's way too much history for people to be like, you know, you're taking one side over the other, man. You know, it's crazy. You know what I mean? That conflict, there's a lot going on over there. There's still hostages, and then there's still innocent people are suffering from both sides, man. So it's like, I don't like that. I just don't like how people talk about it on the internet. I don't like it. Like if you support an aspect of a side per se, right? All of a sudden now you're like, oh, you're a Zionist and you support genocide or the other side, the other side's like, oh, you support terrorism. It's like, no, man, listen, you sound stupid. I'm just going to tell you right now, when people frame it like one side versus the other, you sound stupid. Go get informed. For real. Anyways, and thank you, Dalton, on the thing. It's Jaylen Brown. Thank you. I don't know why I was saying. The names are too similar. Jason, Jalen. Anyway. Okay, so we got that. All right, let me stay in the NBA topic. There's been this big thing right now. If you're watching like any kind of NBA news, there's a lot of talk about like, why isn't Kobe Bryant in the GOAT conversation? And I want to talk about that right now. Why isn't Kobe Bryant in the GOAT conversation? I'm going to give you my reasons. Now, first of all, I want to come across, I'm going to proclaim myself, I'm a Kobe hater. I never was a Kobe Bryant fan, but I respect what Kobe Bryant did in his game, right? But I was on the other camp, like, boo. But I like booing him. I like watching a guy, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I don't think he sucks. I think he's great. I'm booing him because he was great, right? All right. Just want to put that out there because I don't want you to be like, oh, this guy's just a hater. I'm telling you I'm a hater. But I still try to be fair and balanced and nuanced, okay? All right. So first of all, I'm in my 50s, so I go back You know, a lot of like new people right now don't care about what happened in the NBA in the past. I mean, 10 more years, no one's going to care about Jordan, you know, but luckily we have enough video and there's enough people doing this and we have evidence. You know, you can go to like a great website called StatHead, will show you head to head and show you somebody's stats. So I'm going to tell you why Kobe Bryant's not in the GOAT conversation for me. And there are people that think that he should be over LeBron and that kind of stuff, which I find ridiculous. All right. But anyways, here's the thing. Kobe Bryant can't even be in the GOAT conversation unless you put Magic Johnson in the GOAT conversation. Kobe's not even the greatest Laker of all time, guys. Magic Johnson went to 9 championships and won 5 of them, where he was arguably the best player on every single one of those teams, okay? He won the championship as a rookie. He was LeBron James before LeBron James. Magic Johnson was selling out arenas when he was in high school. He was the chosen one way before. But there was no press the way there is now. There was no internet, no sharing of information. But check out Magic's documentary on Apple TV so you could get caught up on how great Magic Johnson actually was. He goes to college. He wins the championship. He goes to the pros, he wins the championship, and every time Magic lost something, he came back and won the next year. That's how he was. If they lost to the Pistons, they came back and won the championship the next year. I think they might have even beat the Bulls, but he had HIV. So he took that team to the championship. They lost. I think they would have retooled, and Magic would have got him back. But anyways, 9 times he went to the championship and won 5. Okay? Kobe went 7 times and won 5, but 3 of those were with arguably one of the greatest centers of all time, who was the Finals MVP 3 times. You need to go check out Shaq's numbers in those playoffs. It's crazy amount of numbers he got. Okay, so all right. This is what I'm saying. I think Magic Johnson's the number 3 best player of all time. I think it goes Jordan, LeBron, Magic. If you want to say Kobe's after that, I'm with you. But ain't no way Kobe's ahead of Magic. Okay? Just that's my opinion. Now, when you talk about head-to-head, LeBron and Kobe, this website is great for this. This is a great website for this, StatHead. If you just want to look at head-to-head, LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant. They played LeBron, his team won 16-6 versus Kobe. LeBron is beating him in every statistical category except for a couple, free throws, for instance. LeBron has him beat in every statistical category. And Kobe played 19 years. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like Kobe only, like if you compare LeBron to Jordan and you go, Jordan only played like 12 years, right? These two played almost equal amount of time. Okay? And by the way, at LeBron's age, he took the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals. Kobe wasn't even in the playoffs. Just FYI. All right. And then you look at the honors and awards. Kobe got more championships. He got more all-defensive players. But LeBron has 1 less championship, 13 first-team All-NBAs, 20 All-NBAs. I mean, just statistically, you can't put LeBron's has had a better career than Kobe Bryant. Like, there's no way you could say that's just a taste thing. That's just by taste. You would go, all right, LeBron's better. Kobe's better than LeBron. Get out of here, man. At 39 years old, LeBron's in the top 10 in the league. Okay? Last year, he was in the Western Conference Final at 38 years old, man. 38, 39 years old. Like, what are we talking about? Just statistically, it's ridiculous, okay? But here's the nuance of it for me. All right? Yeah, also MVPs. LeBron has 4 MVPs to Kobe's 1. Finals MVP 4 to Kobe's 2, you know? So, I mean, it's like, it's ridiculous, okay? And those 2 MVPs that Kobe got were when Shaq was gone. And to me, Ron Artest was the MVP of that series, and Gasol the one before. That's what should have happened. But, you know, you give it to Kobe. And you look at Kobe's numbers in those finals, not good. Not great. How about that? Anyways, here's the nuance of it, how I think. Here's what could have put Kobe Bryant ahead of LeBron and might have even vaulted him ahead of Magic, in my opinion. Okay? If LeBron James' Cleveland Cavaliers team had gotten to the championship and played Lakers Cleveland for the championship, all this would be different. If Kobe's Lakers would have beat LeBron in the championship, Kobe's whole, how we even view him he would be in the GOAT conversation. He would be in the GOAT conversation right now if Kobe had beaten LeBron in the championship. You know? It would have helped Kobe, but it wouldn't have done anything for LeBron, in my opinion. If like LeBron then he would have, let's say LeBron would have got to the championship versus the Lakers. So then now you're talking one less championship for Kobe, one more championship for LeBron, right? So it would have just been that. So I don't think it would have done anything for the conversation for LeBron, but I think it would have done everything for Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe beating LeBron in the championship would have vaulted everything about him, and we'd be talking about him like it's like, is it Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron? That's how we would have talked about it. But LeBron messed that up. LeBron's team messed that up and lost to Orlando, right? That would have been. And was Shaq on that team? I don't remember. But I do remember one of those years, Shaq was on the team. Remember that? Can you imagine? Anyways, just the storylines and everything, it would have vaulted. And I think that Kobe Bryant missed out on that. You know? I think Kobe Bryant missed out on that. And this other guy, Erik, in the thing, I don't believe that, man. That's just a narrative you're saying. I think a couple of players are saying that, but that's because LeBron's playing right now and beating them. Like, he was the 4th best team last year in the playoffs. So anybody hating on LeBron and he's scoring more than them, I don't want to hear about it. I just don't want to hear about it. Statistically, LeBron James his career is it speaks for itself. So all these players saying what they can say what they want to say. That's why they don't vote on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is 6'10", 6'9", the jumping ability, the passing. Like, I mean, come on, man. What a complete specimen LeBron James is. You know? Like, you don't compare him to anyone. All right? LeBron James wasn't trying to be anyone. Kobe Bryant was trying to be Michael Jordan. He tried to talk like him, play like him, look like him. The tongue thing. Kobe was trying to be Michael because Michael was the best. There ain't nobody you could compare to LeBron James. Nobody. There was no like, oh, LeBron was trying to be like, he was a hybrid of all these players. Magic wish he had LeBron's jumping ability. Michael Jordan probably wishes he was 3 inches taller. Can you imagine Michael Jordan 3 inches taller with the same kind of skill? God damn. LeBron's a specimen, man. You know, when you see LeBron standing next to Anthony Davis, you ever like look at them standing next to each other? And I'm like, damn, LeBron's bigger than that guy. And that guy's a power forward. Like, LeBron's skill set is just like unmatched, man. So like, anyways, I don't want to keep going on about that. That's basically what I wanted to say about that. I think that Kobe Bryant missed out on an opportunity to be in the GOAT conversation for real. Not just by people's thought. Like, if he would have beat LeBron in a championship, that would have put him in there, you know? But when you just look at the numbers head to head, like I said, man, just head to head, LeBron has beat him 16-6 head to head. I mean, I'm sorry. He'll beat him in every statistical category except for free throws. He got more awards and honors. It's just, it's not a competition in my opinion. Okay, but that's also right now. It's a little bit of my hate. All right, so there you go, guys. That's that talk right there. And I'm going to keep going. This is probably going to be a longer episode, maybe 120 minutes. Who knows? So thanks for being here. If you like a lot of Riffin with Griffin, you're getting a lot of it. So I saw a couple of movies, man. While I was out with Matt Rife, we went to the theater, and then this other movie I saw on the plane. So the first movie I'll talk about, we went to the theater, is Abigail. You know, after a group of criminals kidnapped a ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, they retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they are locked inside with a normal little girl. I love vampire stuff. This movie's terrible. I mean, dude, I'll say this. This is a fun watch. You know what I mean? It's a fun watch. That's all I can say about that. The girl's great. The little girl that plays Abigail's great. Melissa Barrera. She actually very believable. You know, I believe, but everyone else in this movie is atrocious performances. Like, I feel bad for the guy from Euphoria that died, that this is one of his last movies. What's the dude's name? Angus Cloud. I mean, it's just a lot of really bad moments in this movie where you're like, oof. You know, you have some bad acting, and you just go, ugh, why'd they say that? And just like bad writing, like some choices were happening. Like anytime people split up, so there's a vampire, there's a vampire, right? She done whooped everybody's ass. She's super strong, okay? You know what I mean? Right? And you split up, like you're this dainty little white girl. Why would you leave the group? Like they go, let's separate and find some. It's like when that kind of stuff happens, I go, this is stupid. The only chance we have is to stay together to beat this. Like, it's a vampire. What's this girl gonna do on her own? So when they do stuff like that, I know that that's just for the movies and it's stupid. It's objectively stupid. So, but I still suggest watching the movie because it's fun. Like, this the kind of movie that you're gonna be like, then you go, what? Like, you know, and there's moment, it's watchable. You know what I mean? Like, there's bad movies that are unwatchable, man. Like, you know, the last 5 Bruce Willis movies, you watch these movies and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is sad. And like, please turn this off. Abigail's not like that. But it's going to get like 2 woo-woos, you know? Woo-woo. That's all it gets. Just, you know, oh man. Because like, even the way the movie opens up with this sort of like, you know, this crew of thieves and they're kidnappers and they're going to go kidnap this like underworld's daughter. The way they did it, it was corny as hell. And every interaction amongst the thieves, the bad guys, all the interactions was just so cliche and corny. And you just kind of like, you want them all to die, you know? And maybe that's what the purpose of it was, but I don't know. This movie was crap, in my opinion. But I still say watch it. Now, here's a movie I would never watch in the movie theaters. I never would have watched this in the movie theaters. This is a strictly watch online, watch on an airplane movie, and it was Beekeeper starring Jason Statham. I like Jason Statham. I think he's funny. I think he's charismatic. I think he plays the part he plays great. No matter what movie he's in where he's playing this same character, he is some sort of high-level hitman, special forces, whatever it is. I believe Jason. I believe this dude every time. I believe him. Okay, and he's probably made this movie 1,000,000 times. And you know, spoiler alert. This is the spoiler. So this is the thing I this is the stupid part, okay? So The movie opens up. Okay, the movie opens up with what's her name? Where? How come they don't have her in the main people, man? This is Felicia Rashad. So Felicia Rashad is playing this like sweet elderly woman who lives on a farm, and he's like not and he's renting space on the farm because he's a beekeeper. Okay. Now, in the movie, beekeepers are also a clandestine spy organization that is like a rogue organization that is there to take care of anything bad going on. They help the hive. So there's like this sort of like correlation between real beehives and this organization, and they work like a beehive. And he's called the beekeeper, right? So if he has to go kill somebody because they doing some bad stuff that's messing with the world, he goes and does it. That's the organization. And he's also a beekeeper, which is crazy. Now, in the movie, there's this online hackers. Like they're these like criminals that, and they're in sort of like this room. It kind of reminds me of, oh God, what was that movie, guys? Where it was like, the guy's teaching people how to call. He's like on the phone. He's like, it was an old school movie about stock. It was a stock market movie. Oh man. And the guy is like on the phone, and all the stock people are watching him, and he's like, and he's like showing them how to get the deal done. Right. It's similar to that. The guy's got a microphone, and there's a big screen, and he's telling all the scammers, like, this is how you do it, guys. And he's on the phone with her, and this is how we're going to steal all her money. Okay. So this poor old woman is on the computer. It's not Wolf of Wall Street, guys. It was way before. Boiler Room. Thank you. Boiler Room. Booyah. It's similar to Boiler Room scene. Okay, so the guy's got his microphone, and he's like, teaching everybody this is how you scam people, and they got her accounts up on the thing because they sent her like a virus, and the virus is infiltrating her computer, and they tell her, well, you got to log in and boom, 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 and then they steal all her money. Now, she was like in charge of some $2 million fund for an orphanage or something like that, right? It was like she's like a really good person. They really set it up that she's really, really good person, and all her money got stolen, okay? So you already know where it's going. So I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, oh, they're going to steal her money, and then the beekeeper, he going to get them back because he about doing shit right. It's worse than you think. Spoiler, okay? All her money gets stolen, and she kills herself because she blames herself. So that's she kills herself. Okay. Then her daughter shows up, who is a special FBI agent. She is a FBI agent. Finds her mother dead. They accuse Jason Statham. They realize he didn't do anything, and of course they can't find any files on him because he's a ghost. It's all that fucking shit, right? He's a ghost. So now, here's my problem with the whole premise of the movie. If you get scammed and your daughter is an FBI agent, maybe give her a call before you kill yourself. Right? What are we talking about? What? Your daughter is an FBI agent? And instead of calling her like, honey, I think I got scammed. Can you look into this? Can we figure this out? You kill yourself? Terrible writing. Absolutely the most ridiculous choice ever. Other than that, it's a regular ass Jason Statham movie. He's going to go. He beats up and kills a lot of people. And that's the fun part about the movie, I guess. He's always beating people up. And then you find out, I won't even spoil. You know what? I don't even care. It turns out, this is a big spoiler. Turns out it's the president's son who is doing this illegal stuff. The president's son owns this company, and he's the one scamming people, okay? and the president is a woman, and this is her son, and and there's a whole kind of beekeeper thing with that. I didn't even watch the end of the movie on this plane, but I know how it ends. I know Jason Statham goes to try to kill her because they kept setting that up. They kept saying that, sometimes the beekeeper has to kill the queen of the hive because she's made bad offspring. They said that like 3 or 4 times, and it told me, I was like, oh yeah, he gonna kill the president because her son is a piece of shit. Now, here's what gives credence to this movie. It's what's happening in the world today, currently. It's the fact that Trump's sons and daughters, they seem shady, and Biden's son, it seems shady. So in real life, we got a Hunter Biden laptop debacle, and we got, Eric Trump and whoever the Trump meeting with Russian operatives and all this kind of bullshit that they say was happening with everybody. The fact that stuff goes on in real life, it made me watch this movie and be like, oh, yeah, maybe this could happen. Like, maybe the president's son is stealing from people. So, which I think that sucks. You know what I mean? I think that sucks that you can watch a movie like The Beekeeper, because before Trump, you would have watched this and been like, oh, man, there's no way that this would happen. We would find out about this. And now after Trump, you have Trump and Biden. Now you go, yeah, these presidents' kids, they ain't shit. So, but anyways, that's what happened with that. So I will suggest, if you're on a Delta flight, head to someplace, watch The Beekeeper. If you're into Jason Statham, I'm into Jason Statham is my guilty pleasure, because it's always the same movie. He's an pick a military thing. He is retired, and he is like trying to live his life out, and somebody pushes him the wrong way, and he has to go kill people. That's every single Jason Statham movie, man. He's either double-crossed, or somebody pushes him the wrong way, or he has to get revenge for somebody. Every single one of these movies is the same, and it's great. I love that kind of action movie. It's a great guilty pleasure. So I do recommend, this. I recommend both these movies. Go watch Beekeeper. Go watch Abigail. They're both nonsense, okay? But entertaining. So I'll give you 2.5 woo-woos. Woo-woo-woo. That's it. That's all Beekeeper gets. It just gets a half woo over the other one. But anyways, guys, that's it, man. That's it for Riffin with Griffin this week. I appreciate you guys watching the show. We are winding down. Riffin with Griffin era is coming to an end. As this version of the show, I might keep the channel. I have 21 episodes to figure out what I'm going to change the show into, or what I'm going to do. If I get a co-host, I'm going to get I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I do appreciate you guys, always being here. The loyal people that come to the show, and you know what I mean? I'm just me spewing my thoughts, and I appreciate that. Oh, and lastly, a shout out to the Kill Tony fans. That was fun. I was just on Kill Tony, and it was one of my favorite appearances on Kill Tony. Shout out to Drew Nickens. If you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. Drew, shout out to you. Maybe I'll get him on Riffin with Griffin. Yeah. All right, Jared. Shout out to Jared. Make your buddy jealous. Anyways, guys, no rap recap this week because we went long. But thanks for watching the show, and I will see you next week.